peeps, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Sword, otherwise known as Katana Crossing, and in today's video I'm going to be building a sushi restaurant in HHP. And if you are an OG or a longtime viewer, you know that we stan sushi in here, so I've been super excited about this for a long time. Haven't played enough to unlock much, so I may go back and redo this later on, but I'm super excited to just get started. So, you know, we finally got to the point where Lottie asked me if I wanted to do a restaurant or a cafe, so of course I wanted to do that big sushi restaurant first, so that's what we went for. And then for the exterior, I wish we could do more with the exterior of the facilities, but honestly, you know, I just kind of went for kind of like a dark red theme just to really make it look like it's a sushi restaurant on the exterior. I don't know, I tried to go for something that just looked very familiar to what a sushi restaurant would look like on the outside. So yeah, I don't know, I did my best. I think it's good enough for now. I may go back and change it later. Okay, so first I worked on the dining hall, because when you get a restaurant in HHP, you get a dining hall and a kitchen. So I just put out a bunch of the imperial chairs and just, you know, the items that I wanted to use. And then I wanted to decide like on a wallpaper and flooring first. So I did end up going with, I believe it was like the arched window wall. I don't know, it just looked like the only wall I had that made sense. And then we just did some like dark brown flooring. And I was really excited because at this point I finally unlocked the color lighting, and I feel like in a lot of sushi restaurants it's like very dim lit and it looks kind of like, I don't know, I basically just went with kind of like a purple hue, and I like that you can turn it up and down. And yeah, so this is the lighting that I went with, but whenever I built it I did actually just put it on regular lighting so that I could see what I was doing. And then of course I made it as big as I possibly could. And yeah, you'll just see that I'm kind of just experimenting with items, placing things down. I kind of just tried to make it look like the sushi restaurants that I go to a lot in my city. And then I used these like little ironwood tables customized in dark brown because I wanted to kind of like have variation between the tables, but of course, you know, we're still gonna use the imperial dining tables. So yeah, like I said, I just kind of went for like a dark brown, a little bit of red, actually probably a lot of red theme in here. Tried to like make everything look like it belonged there and just look in place, I guess, if that makes sense. And then of course, the time finally came to use the new sushi items. Look how pretty they are. I love them. These are my favorite food items that have come out, of course. So I was so excited to finally use these. I love that they come in, you know, different colors and you can kind of put in variation. And then I did actually remove one of them and use one of the Japanese style meals to kind of make it look like they serve other stuff there too, because usually sushi restaurants will serve more than just sushi generally. And then I also wanted to add like some pretty decor, so I added the cherry blossom bonsai and the pine bonsai, and I just kind of like added them on the side on a little cafe table just to make it look really nice and pretty. And I don't know, I feel like the decor always makes it look really nice in sushi restaurants. And then I use the imperial lamps for like my little ceiling lamps because I don't know, I love these. I think they're so pretty and they look so good in here. Then I also ended up adding like a little zen light in the middle there because I see those a lot. And then for the rugs, I just used the dark bamboo rug for each little entryway. I wanted to decorate the walls too. Sometimes I make the walls look really bare in my build, so I want to make sure I kind of filled them out. So I just used a bunch of those like little bamboo wall decorations. Also, I love this new pitcher plant. It is so cool looking. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it for the dining hall. I do end up rearranging and adding a little bit more later, but for now we're just gonna head over to the kitchen. And this was really difficult for me because I feel like in a lot of sushi restaurants I've been to, at least, there's not really like, I mean, I guess there is a back kitchen, but a lot of like the stuff they're making, like the sushi, is kind of made almost out in front of you. So I feel like maybe I should have just made this into a bathroom or something. The problem is in HHP, they force you to use specific items, and I figured it'd be really weird if my bathroom had a stove in it. So I just kind of tried to make like the little area where they're like chopping the fish and doing all that. And of course, I'm sure there's usually like dishwashers in the back and things like that. Honestly, I don't know. I'm usually just coming there to eat. So I'm not the most observant. So I just did the best I could. I also added some ramen, and you'll see that I add ramen in the dining hall later on too, just to give some like more food options on the menu, I guess. And lastly, I just added this hanging scroll with a little fish, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I ended up doing. I did have to add a sink later on because HHP is kind of strict about what items it wants you to use, but overall, this is pretty much what I did. I think it looks so cool with the lighting, and you know, it's not the most extravagant sushi restaurant or the most unique, I feel like, but I just wanted to make sure it looked like a sushi restaurant. And then at the end, I remembered I needed to add a little cash register, so we just used a little touch screen. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for my sushi restaurant. And then for the workers, it didn't really give me a lot of good options, so I didn't have a lot to go off of, but I made Gladys the chef, Chief the apprentice, I made Rio the cashier, and then I made Blanche the employee. So I was like, you know what? It fits. There's a bunch of birds who love fish in here. Good enough for me. But like I said, I'll probably go back and change the workers once I get more options up in there. And then lastly, it was time to name the restaurant, so I just had to think of something off the top of my head. So of course we just went with Sushi Simpin, because again, if you're an OG, you know Sushi Simpin, that's our saying, that's our go-to. Did Lottie question me? Yes, she did. Honestly, if I ever make merch, it's definitely gonna say Sushi Simpin. And yeah, this is pretty much our completed sushi restaurant. Yeah, there were some very interesting customers in here. Wasn't really expecting Spike to like sushi, but like I said, I will probably go back and change this and redo this at some point in time, because I have not unlocked much on HHP. I haven't played much, but I think it turned out pretty good for what I had to use. Like I said, I'll probably definitely be redoing it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you've already created a sushi restaurant or just a restaurant in general. Let me know in the comments what you guys made in HHP. I would love to know. And if you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a big like and subscribe if you do want to see more from me. And turn on your notifications if you want to stay updated for when I upload and stream, as I do not have a stream or upload schedule right now. But I hope you all are having a great day, and I hope to see you all in my next video or stream. Bye guys!